We're out here. I got the Legend Slayer and the kitty girl. We're out here taking advantage of this nice weather. I know there's leaves everywhere, but nice day to walk, 70-degree plus weather. The game updated for iOS. I know some of you Android folks had it already, but it looks really good. I feel like it's 60 FPS. I don't know the actual FPS yet, but they clearly boosted the game. The textures are well-rounded, shaded. I'm loving it. It's like they rebuilt the game from the ground up. So what we're going to do is see if we can get some more Stardust, because there's some kind of Stardust thing going on, and we're going to talk about that next.
Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie, we ain't on the same stage, leveled up.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And let's just jump right into it, man. I am excited, and here is why. Out of nowhere, there was an update for Pokemon Go, and if you look into the settings and then go to the advanced settings, there's something called native refresh rate. And I believe it's native refresh rate FPS, which stands for not first person shooter. I know some people think that's what they meant. No, frames per second. So a lot of times you watch these streamers and guys making videos, and you look at these video games and you're like, I want to see it move faster. You know, there's a little bit of lag. A lot of games are like 30 FPS. I don't know what Pokemon Go is, but I imagine it's 30. But it looks like it's higher than that now. It feels like it's 60, but if you choose that option, it's a lot faster. Now there's a gift and curse with that. A lot more plus than minus. And we'll start out with the plus. The plus I've seen is the graphics, the textures are so much cleaner and smoother, man. The 3D models pop out some where stuff is really blue, it's blue. And part of that might be my phone. I have the old iPhone 10, the iPhone X. It has an OLED screen. The OLED, it has that still. The newer phones do not. So just like the OLED Switch that everybody, has been buying up, even though they secretly don't, or I should say they secretly want it but said they don't want it. I might be in that category at this point. But it's if the opportunity is right? But back on track here. The colors pop out more on this screen, so they may not on yours. It all depends on what kind of phone you have, but they definitely pop out more on that native refresh rate selection than they do on the standard selection. The other plus is, everything runs faster. So what about the bad news? The bad news is that because it runs faster, the timing is off. You're spinning your Pokeball, your Pokeball to get a great throw, excellent throw, whatever. The Pokemon are also moving faster. They're also moving and ducking and dodging and shucking and jiving away from your throw. So you have to keep that in mind too. And then what might be more poignant to some people is your battery life. If you're one of those who you hotspot your phone, or you hotspot to another phone, another device, so that you can have two, accounts going, you're probably going to take a hit here with that refresh rate on, because it's basically boosting these frames, and that's going to come at a cost. Kind of like when you have a capture card, for those of you who stream, and you're wanting 60 FPS at 1080p or whatever, it's using more bandwidth, therefore using more CPU power. That's coming from your phone. So as we have these newer and newer phones that come out, these phones are going to be capable of doing such, but it's going to come at a cost. So those are the costs there. But I'm really hyped. I'm really excited. I know it may not be a great thing for some. You're like, oh, I want more gameplay, and that's great. But this was needed. I wish they had this like a year or two ago. But to finally have it and not know that it was being worked on, that it was on the way, it was exciting for me. We live in an age where you have sites like LeakDuck that kind of leak everything out in advance, so you're not really surprised. It helps those of us who make content reach out to you in a timely manner. I'm trying to do better on time. But hey, I'm making this video now, right? But I am really excited about that. In the midst, we have this season of Heritage. We found out what it's like because it's going on right now. And it appears to be a lot of Stardust going on. And I like that they've done it that way, because they've broken it down into 10,000 Stardust increments. And they're giving you Pokeballs and things like that. So If you've got a Gotcha, Pokeball Plus, whatever you've got, Pokemon Go Plus, they're giving you balls and you're able to replenish that and just simply walk around with a star piece on and get some of the Stardust out the way. It is fun. I've got my iPhone connected to my Apple Watch. Why? Well, I haven't used it in months, and I'll talk about that in another series that I cover, and you'll find out more why that's on and why it's making some noises. But what would have been cool is if this could pair to the Pokemon Go. I think it did in the past, if I remember correctly, and then they stopped supporting it because they wanted to sell you their Pokemon Go Plus and stuff like that. So I speculated in another game, like I said, what if they had something like that for that game? But again, that's another video. We're getting off topic here. So the Season of Heritage is starting off interesting. The overall reward is one of these little hat things. Not really all that cool, if you ask me. I don't care about any of that, but we'll get it. We'll get it done. Nothing wrong with getting more Stardust. And if you're going to make it interesting by giving balls and different things that you don't normally give. So far, Niantic is doing great. The only thing I could complain about is the lack of shinies. Like, where, the Reshiram, however you want to say that, is shiny by having a gold band around its neck versus the silver. Zekrom has a gold band around its tail instead of the blue. And then you've got Kyurem, the one I forgot last video, which isn't out yet anyway. So that shiny will be available, and Kyurem will start appearing later on in this month. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. So right now you got to get those 2 out of the 3. Now's the time, and your boy is not having any luck. It's going to be one of those ones like the shiny Genesect where I'm spending a lot of money. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully the next 2 or 3 I get one. A lot of people really want the Reshiram because he's the highest CP of all of them, I believe. And what would be really nice is if they just finally gave you the other version of Kyurem, right? Kyurem was black and white. He was in that series of Pokemon. We've got 1 Kyurem right now. There should be like 3 really, but hey, if we can get a second form, that would be dope. But that may not be happening when he comes back around. So that out of the way. What else do they have going on? Tomorrow, and I probably will showcase that in the next clip, since this video is not going up when that event happens. It'll be after that. We got a Swinub, like Stardust type thing going on, where you can get all these shiny Pokemon that are festive. They're seasonal, all these, snow type, these cold type, ice types. That's the word I'm looking for, ice types. Those will be appearing more. And so while we already had a Swinub Community Day and that shiny's been out for a bit, it'll help you get the Stardust for the Season of Heritage out the way if that's what you're looking for. So, they're hitting you back to back to back. Ed Sheeran event, to this. And I think they had something before Ed Sheeran. I can't remember. But, you had the, Community Day there. So, again, shout out to Jackie, who won that Community Day and got her prize yesterday. We got to hang out, spend some time together, and put some footage for not only this video with some friends, but my Christmas video. I didn't do my Halloween video like I wanted to do it, but that'll still happen one day. Before I quit Pokemon Go, we will have a Halloween type video like that. I hope. If it's the last thing I do, I'm hoping that happens. But anyway, that's what we got going on in the game. I hope you guys are excited, taking advantage of this stuff. I was actually getting XP like I used to before I slowed down. I'm looking at it like, if I averaged 100 XP a week, in maybe 2-3 months, that's a mil. Sadly, that still means a year a mil, so that's not really enough. If you got 100,000 XP a day, and at the end of the week you got 1 million, okay, so if you were able to do that, so where you cleared 4 million a month, after 12 months you got four times 12, so that's 48 million that you're that you're able to get if you're playing that actively per week. And that's something possible for me, knowing I just need 5 million here, and then the next level I need some. They just have to have the right events. They have to have the right things out there to cut me some breaks, man. That's what I need. So we need roughly 5 million now. So it is possible with some kind of XP boost if I'm able to clear like, you know, 1 million on like a community day event or something like that. That would be awesome. But we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to end this video here. I've rambled on long enough. Hopefully somewhere in here I cut footage and showcase the swine hub. If not, I apologize, or maybe it's after this. I don't really know where I put it because it hasn't happened yet, but I wanted to add it since it's going to be happening, and I don't want to make another video following up talking about it. I believe it's, you know, it feels like it's a community day on its own, if I'm being honest. The time frame that they give you to do it, it feels like it's its own community day. I just wish they gave you something different, but the shinies that we all want, the Froakie, you know, I haven't seen anybody post that. The Reshiram, only a few people are getting that. Same with the Zekrom, so I'm still on the hunt for those. Hopefully, by the time I upload this video or the following video, I've got them. I'm determined to get at least Reshiram. So, again, love you guys. There should be some videos here. If you didn't, I finally finished Bowser's Fury, so check that out. We're getting back on some Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I've got Brilliant Diamond, so I'll be playing that. Some more games on the way. We're going to close this year strong. Maybe some Skyward Sword. I would like to get that remake out, that Final Fantasy VII remake, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But hey, it could just appear out of nowhere, just like Bowser's Fury did. You just never know. So stay tuned to the Captain Sensation channel. See you in the next one. But if I don't, remember, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Other yellow hat guy is out. Enjoy this weather if you're somewhere warm. 70-degree weather in December. I love it. Captain Sensation.